So, welcome everyone. My name is Michelle Bishop, and I want to welcome you to the first high school to college interest group lightning talk. So, today's session is really just me talking a little bit about some of the collaborations that I've been part of here at SUNY Oswego. By no means will it capture everything that I do or all the librarians do here because we all share in some of the high school to college work in some form or fashion. So I just wanted to first start by thanking Marla Uden. She was a former director of CITI BOCES, and she really was very helpful in getting this work started. I also want to thank John Hammond, the former director of Nyland, and also the current director, Meg Backus, also of Nyland, and also Christy Sommerfeld. She's helping with coordinating and organizing all of these events and programs. So thank you so much to all of those people. So with that said, I just wanted to start by actually talking about why collaborating is important. So I am the first year experienced librarian here at SUNY Oswego at Penfield Library, and a lot of my work has me working with obviously first year college students and then also working with high school students. So I've been able to see a lot of both sides, what's happening at the K through 12 level and also what's happening here at the college level. So again, why do we collaborate? First, I wanted to start with talking about how high school college collaborations actually contribute to student retention efforts. I think we all have a shared interest in seeing our students succeed at the college level. At the college level, we also want to see them retained as well. So those are things that all areas, I should say, have a shared interest in. So one of the benefits of collaborating I want to point to is the trails, the tools for real-time assessment. So I'm not sure how many of you know about this tool, but it was a tool that was developed by Ohio school media specialists and librarians at Kent State University. And this tool came about as a result of the work of school library media specialists and college librarians getting together around the idea of better preparing students. And this is a tool that I think most librarians do know about and probably use. This is a really important tool. I think there is some kind of statewide effort to use it across the board for high school and college librarians. So it is a tool that is well used, like I said, all across the nation and also in Ohio. And also I think collaborating is important because both high school and college librarians are well aware of the struggles that students have with research. And I think we hear what students struggle with, and we also are uniquely positioned to hear what faculty and instructors feel are gaps in student learning. And because we kind of hear from both sides of the coin, we're right there in the middle, and we have a good understanding of where there is a need for help and support. So with that in mind, I'm going to move on to talk about some of the ways that I currently collaborate with high school librarians and educators. So to start with the EOP program, it's the Educational Opportunity Program. And since I started here at SUNY Oswego in 2012, the library has been a part of that experience. So basically, the Educational Opportunity Program is a summer program where students who are seen as economically disadvantaged or academically needing additional support to make that next step to college, they spend anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks here on campus in the summer, and they have a variety of themes and topics that they work on, and the library has been a part of that since 2012, and it's something I'm really proud of in terms of the library being involved. The instruction for that program also changes along with the theme and topic. So we've done things like working with primary sources, creating blogs, using Creative Commons, in working with audio and visual material, multimedia projects. We've also worked on creating infographics, reading and understanding data. And so that's just kind of a little bit of some of the things that we have taught to the students in that program. Students in that program it's a really unique program in that they're here in the summer and they can actually come into the library. They really kind of have free use of the space because there are fewer people here on campus at that time. So they're really able to kind of like feel at home and really kind of hopefully take some ownership of the space. So they get to do scavenger hunts, they get to learn, move around the building in addition to instruction. there's that component as well. So the next program that we have an established relationship with is the New Vision program, and this is a partnership between SUNY Oswego and Oswego County BOCES. And typically, the law and government program will come in and they work on a public policy paper. And I will say, as the political science liaison librarian here at SUNY Oswego, it's actually a really pretty advanced assignment. I talk about things like, what is a policy paper? What does it look like? Students have access to the library's databases, including specialized databases like Westlaw, which is used in political science, and also public justice courses. The students come in and they're very mature and very focused, and they spend a lot of good time here the entire day, actually, doing research. So that's an exciting collaboration. And the students in that program, I think the retention rate for them, I think it's over 90% from, I should say, the first year to the second year of college. So that's a really exciting program that's doing some really great things with students. I also collaborated a lot with Rachel Allen at Sandy Creek High School. She normally brings in her English 12 students. They work on an argumentative essay. They're here for about half the day. They also visit some parts of campus as well. And they have also, like the New Vision students, an opportunity to use the library's databases, and they also take out books as well. So that's a really good program. I know that sometimes Rachel does struggle with, finding the best time in the semester to come, and also funding for an actual visit to the library. So another element of collaborations would be our outreach. And I just have a bunch of things on this page because outreach looks very different and we're kind of not very formalized. There are a lot of different ways that we reach out to high schools and other programs that work with high school and middle school students. So I want to point out that one of my colleagues, Sharona Ginsberg, she's the Learning Technologies librarian, and she has been doing a lot of really great things at Maker Services here at Penfield Library. And those Maker events that she has organized is open to the public. So not just the campus community, but the larger community as well. And she's done a great job at promoting a lot of these events and bringing people from the community into the library. So it's a great opportunity for homeschool students to actually come into the building, interact with, other people in their peer group, also to see a college library and also interact with librarians. So I think that's a really, really cool and interesting and growing outreach program that she's doing. Next would be the Penfield Library's high school student and educator library cards. Just so you know, there are library cards that high school students, with the permission of their high school librarian, can actually apply for here at Penfield Library, SUNY Oswego. Educators also within Oswego County can also apply for their own educator library card. So I encourage you to learn more about it. I can tell you more about it. Please encourage your students to consider applying for a card. And there's no additional charge to actually apply for the card. Obviously, there are fines attached with any late material. The next outreach program I wanted to point out is the fact that a librarian from SUNY Oswego is actually a member of CITI BOCES SLS Council. So we are a part of what's happening on the council. Right now, I am the SUNY Oswego member on that council, and I try to share as much as I can that I think is helpful to the other school librarians on the council. And I also hope it's an opportunity for the school librarians who are on the council to also reach out to me so I can maybe make connections with other people here on campus. Campus-wide, SUNY Oswego has a program called SUNY Oswego in the high schools, and that is through the Extended Learning Office, and there are a lot of different programs and ways to connect with that program. The School of Ed also does some kind of not formal types of visits. They have middle school and high school students coming to visit, and sometimes they will reach out to the library and say, would you be willing to participate? And most times we say yes, because we want to, obviously interact and have good connections with anyone who's interested in learning about a college library. We also have some service learning programs on campus around working with students in the community. So this would be college students working with either middle school or high school students in the community, and they will sometimes also reach out to the library for either a visit or maybe some like mini instruction session. The collaborations also include professional development opportunities, and obviously I'll start with Nyland's high school or college interest group. So this fall Lightning Talk series is just the beginning of some additional professional development opportunities. There's an educator lab scheduled in March of 2019, and there's an opportunity to actually get credit for attending that lab. Here on campus, the college has faculty workshops through the continuing educational learning something, I forget, but it's faculty professional development sessions here on campus. And I have had Rachel Allen, Diana Nesbitt, Marla Uden came and actually presented a panel here to faculty on campus about the whole high school to college transition and had some really good perspectives to share with faculty who attended. CITI BOCES, we've done workshops in the past. There was a history professor, Lynn Blanchfield from SUNY Oswego, who presented about her expectations. And she brought along one of her students, and I think it was a very enlightening experience, both for me, even though I work with Lynn, but to also hear what the school media specialists in the room had to say about or share about their experiences. So I want to end with two references. I refer to the Trails tool, and there is the URL to get to that website. I also refer to the toolkit. It's linked in one of the slides there. So with the recording of this session, you should be able to get to that link. All right, so now is the time that we actually discuss. This lightning talk was meant to just kind of give you a little nugget of information or ideas, and then we actually discuss in this case, what are some potential collaborations, or what have you done to collaborate already?
Michelle is asking everyone if they have any personal experiences in collaboration, what worked, what didn't work, that sort of thing. So if anyone has anything, feel free to speak up.
I can share, Michelle. This is Megan Davison at the School Library System at Jefferson Lewis BOCES. I went on the Trails website since it's been some time since I've used it, and I actually saw an announcement on their site that the 18-19 school year is going to be their last year. They just posted an announcement on there because it's been some time since I've used it, but I just noticed that on their site.
Yeah, and I should have mentioned that too. Yes, I noted that, and there's a link to Kent State University. They have a really, really rich LibGuide with all of high school transitioning tools, and I think there is a tool that will continue. I think it's
the one down at the bottom.
Yeah, so it's a continuation of,
Okay.
I have a question. So this is Caitlin. I'm the new high school librarian at Lake Placid High School, middle school. And because I'm new, how do these connections come about? Do you email people, or do you, other than professional development like this, where I can write everyone's names down and I'll be emailing you later?
I say yes. I say if there's a college near you that you can actually visit, it's a realistic, or even if you can't visit, I think first just reach out to the librarian that you can identify would be the best person to reach out to. And as librarians, we always try to figure out a way to get things done. So just reach out and indicate that you have an interest, and I would start there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you also a member of any council, like the BOCES council that we have here?
No, but I was going to write that down. Hi, Corey. Hi, everyone at SUNY Canton. I worked at SUNY Canton last year, so I'm familiar with the college library atmosphere, but I need to talk to people about I have a community college nearby, and then a private college up the road, and then Plattsburgh is the closest one, but it's an hour away from me. So
what would people want to collaborate on?
I guess what our librarians are looking for, we've had conversations, we've collaborated with JCC, and we've had quite a few conversations on the skills that the students need going into college. So we've done that, but I think the next step I'm working with Carlene Huxley on this and the actual lesson planning itself, because I think when people go to professional development, they want things that they can walk away with and use.
Mhm.
So I think the next step is actually planning the lessons that prepare students for college and address those skills. Carlene is actually going to come into our December CC meeting and share some ideas.
That's really good. Carlene is a member of the high school or college interest group, and she's helping also to plan the educator lab in March. So she's been giving a lot of really great feedback about what the expectations are at the high school level, and also like your limitations in terms of time, like what it is you need exactly. I'm wondering, has how many people are on the phone line?
We have 3 outside participants.
I'm wondering if anyone who's listening has worked with a college instructor or been able to work directly with a college instructor.
I know that Thousand Islands High School works quite a bit with JCC, and she's actually going to be providing one of the lightning talks. She came to our planning meeting.
Yeah, just for everyone who is listening, just a little bit more detail. This idea came about because of Marla Uden. I was talking with her as a member of the CITI BOCES SLS Council, and she and I both realized that there was a need. So because I knew she already kind of had connections, we worked together to figure out the best way to go about starting a group like this. And now that we have Christy, who's really helping to coordinate everything, so thank you again, Christy. Now the group is doing the lightning talks, which will continue next year also. We just have, I think, up to December, topics up until December, but we will continue in the spring. And the educator lab is coming up in March 2019, and that will be a whole day of, once we choose a topic, a whole day of really being able to connect with other educators and librarians. I'm really hoping not just librarians, but to extend it to instructors as well, so they can be a part of the conversation, because they need to be a part of the conversation. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan for the group, and just really kind of being a place where anyone who has this interest can reach out and find someone else to work with around the high school or college transition topic. That's
Yes,
it.
thank you, Michelle. And I put a little note in for everyone. If anyone else wants to present, you're more than welcome to. We are booked up now through December 20th, but for the next year, we are wide open, so we can start thinking about who we'd want for that. We typically are going to stick to a consistent time, the third Thursday of the month at 3 o'clock.
Email me if you have any questions, or if you know someone who's interested in working together on high school to college transition. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you
Bye.
for hosting.
Thanks, Megan. See you
All right.
later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.